The CBPEP program was launched amidst a presidential election that brought new hope to South Africans after a difficult period in the country's history. CBPEP positioned itself to provide critical technical assistance to President Ramaphosa's key initiatives, which aim to rebuild social compact and address unemployment. In 2020, it provided rapid support to COVID-19 relief interventions and, in the last 500 days, has focused on the program's learning and its legacy. Throughout this journey, CBPEP has relied on the support and guidance of GTAC and a flexible, committed partnership with the EU. The capacity built over the past 5 years paves the way forward for continued networks, relationships, and solutions.
I think what's key for us in making this work is partnerships. Work with intermediaries that have a track record that can reach scale in the operating systems, create ecosystems of support, use public funds to incentivize collaboration, and the knowledge that the journey to sustainability of enterprises and jobs is not short.
There's an integrity and a genuineness of intent here around development goals and transformational goals, but in a small way we're trying to get across is to get government to see its role a little bit differently, not as delivering goods to people, but in fact as working with people to find solutions to problems that people face.
I think CBPEP often plays that role of a translator between the action on the ground, the research, and then the policy landscape and the political will. And how would this land in the presidency? How do we make sure we're connecting those dots?
But what we need in the room is to have the people in those departments who precisely are working on implementing the economy, implementing those macro policies. So I think it's that link between the think tanks and the high-level officials of the departments that are involved directly in the economy. There's economic development, there's trade and industry, there's small business development, there's treasury, and I forget, there's many of them that should be here.
We're hoping that the European Union will find different ways of continuing to support the work that we've done on social security, on implementation of employment programs, implementation of skills development programs, implementation of youth intervention programs, public employment programs, innovative programs that we've done, and a whole lot of different things that comes with that. Payment systems, for example, design of different kinds of interventions to support administration and a whole lot of different things, These have been all critical that has been there, so they will continue. Nothing will be suddenly come to a halt. We have to find a way of making sure that they're successful. And that's the difference with this.
CBPEP has put in place a carefully considered sustainability roadmap. This has included a handover process which addressed CBPEP's key learnings and an understanding of how it has evolved. Its approach to building state and institutional capacity. Concrete steps to help ensure the sustainability of CBPEP's key projects. Dissemination of information and knowledge. And a final learning session on the evaluation of innovative, adaptive, non-linear programs such as CBPEP.
As the program is closing out, I think it will be essential to reflect systematically on the CBPEP's approach of state and institutional capacity building that we have taken, that it's important to draw the appropriate lessons and maybe both for the management modality and for future program designing, it's for us an inspiration, it's a source of inspiration.
The European Commission in these days is preparing a new communication, a new policy document on its relationship to Africa. I think that Europe and Africa are prone to work on these issues in the coming years. So it's not a closed debate, not a closed adventure.